The Earth is full of creatures and things that inspire both fear and wonder. Leaving aside the magnificence of waves and the beauty of coastlines, sea creatures are another concept that would hold you in awe. You might already be thinking, oh, they are so fearsome. But that's not true for all sea creatures. While we genuinely have scary sea creatures like the great white shark, sea snakes, and lionfish, amongst others, we also have plenty harmless creatures that are as cute as they are friendly with humans. So, if you are looking to hop into the ocean and take a swim, only get into one that has these creatures who happen to be the friendliest you can possibly find underwater. This video would give you the basics of these underwater creatures. So let's dive right in, pun intended. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, and also, subscribe to our channel. Turn post notifications on so you can keep up to date with all our latest and most exciting content. Number 15. Otter. While this animal is definitely one you should not venture into the wild to see, the otter is pretty peaceful. Observing them from a distance has led humans to believe that they are shy creatures which are best left on their own. Although, in most observed instances, they approach humans with no harmful intentions. Otters are fond of racing each other and building tools. Yes, you heard right. Sea otters use tools like rocks and shells to feed on creatures like snails, sea urchins, crabs, and mussels. These fascinating creatures also love to juggle stones, and the sight of this is cute. But do not be deceived, they have sharp and strong teeth and can leave a nasty bite on you. You may find a group of otters floating together in a raft. This is not uncommon. Otters love to stay in groups, and when they are about to sleep, they wrap themselves in seaweed and float together. Pretty sociable creatures, aren't they? Fun fact, 90% of otters live in Alaskan waters. Number 14. Seals. People consider seals to be the clowns of marine life, as they are very comical creatures. They spend their days soaking up the sun and eating delicious seafood in some of the world's most beautiful places. And they never seem to get tired of doing this. But then again, who would get tired of such a comfortable life? Seals are mostly found in colder regions like the Arctic and Antarctic, and are known for their funny facial expressions and attitudes. The most exciting thing about seals is probably how they can alternate between the land and sea, even if they spend most of their time in the ocean, as their survival and food depend on marine habitat. However, seals are known to be quite aggressive outside the water, especially if you prevent them from getting back into the water. Except when tamed for recreational purposes, seals can be wild. So, don't try to feed or pet them untrained. Number 13. Manta ray. Unlike the others in the sea ray family, the manta ray is a friendly sea creature. The name manta is a Spanish word meaning cloak or blanket, and one can easily see why it is named so. The manta ray weighs up to 3,000 pounds and has wingspans that are up to 23 feet. Because of their very large size, not a lot of aquariums can hold them, so these magnificent species can mostly be found in the natural habitat. Manta rays are found in tropical and subtropical waters. However, you might notice a cluster of them in places like the Bahamas, Fiji, Indonesia, Thailand, Spain, and the Maldives. This sea creature, although having a horn-like appearance due to its cephalic fins, is quite harmless. Don't be quick to confuse them for their very vicious siblings in the sea ray family, that is, the stingrays. Unlike stingrays that have pointier wings, the manta ray have round ear-like plankton scoopers. Their curiosity makes them swim close to their human guests in the water. Be careful not to touch them, as they are covered in a mucus film for their protection. Manta rays are quite the smarties. They have the second largest brain to body weight ratio compared to every living fish. And to reiterate, they are totally harmless. Like the filter feeders they are, they have a non-functioning tail spine and 300 tiny little teeth. Their diet basically consists of crustaceans, plankton, and small fish. So no need to worry, you can take a swim with them. Number 12. Sea lions. The sea lion, although quite large, as a male lion can weigh up to 800 pounds and be as 8 feet long, have proven to be one of the world's most friendly underwater creatures. They are quite adorable and have no lionish characteristics, except for the fact that they are mammals. Sea lions are also intelligent. They can learn tricks and even perform for a crowd. Not only are they sociable with humans, but they also are within their groups. They love to travel in large colonies, which also has subgroups, and they keep switching from one subgroup to another throughout their lifetime. Sea lions are very skilled divers, able to go deep into the water and stay underwater for up to 10 minutes at a time. So, if you are a diver, you would probably have some sea lions come to play with you while you're in the depths, as they are also very curious. Sea lions can be found in almost any large body of water except for the northern Atlantic Ocean. And this is strange, considering how ideal the area seems to be for them. Fun fact, the sea lion is a cherished part of Peruvian culture, as they are worshipped and depicted in many art forms. Also, sea lions may come off as gentle and harmless, but they dislike being disrespected. They may become aggressive when treated in a manner they do not like. Number 11. Beluga whale. The beluga whale is simply the white whale, as the word beluga is coined from the Russian word bilo, which means white. However, they are not born white. They are usually dark gray until they mature and turn white, which can take up to 8 years. This creature is an interesting one that is so crucial and caught up with human interaction that it sometimes forgets what it is meant to be doing, like eating, interacting with its own species, and even breathing. This whale is quite fascinating because despite having teeth, it does not use them. It never chews, as it only swallows its prey. Beluga whales are found in the Arctic and subarctic regions and live together in small groups called pods. They are sometimes called melonheads, as they have a bulbous structure that covers their forehead. This fatty organ aids their echolocation, as they are quite vocal creatures. In case you didn't know, the beluga has a rich vocal range, making them able to make at least 11 distinct sounds ranging from whistles, clicks, mews, bleats, chirps, and bell-like tones. Another interesting fact about them is that they can mimic the speech of their human handlers for those in captivity. The first time such happened was when a beluga whale named Nock, who has lived at the National Marine Mammal Foundation at San Diego for over 30 years, convinced the diver in his tank to go out. The diver, when he heard the word out, had thought that a human was talking to him, only to discover that Nock the beluga was the one mimicking the word out. This is one of the reasons noise is an increasing concern in marine habitats. They can cause major damage in the whale's ability to navigate the habitat and communicate. Number 10. Whale shark. It is rather surprising to hear that a sea creature that is over 60 feet long and has a mouth that is over 5 feet and contains 3,000 teeth would be friendly, but the whale shark is. First thing to note, it is not a whale, it is a shark, but a docile one. Second, it is the biggest fish in existence. Whale sharks are quite friendly and even allow humans to swim alongside them. They are quite the slow swimmers, making it easy to keep up with them as they swim. Also, their teeth are not for chewing or eating. This is because they are filter feeders. They sieve plankton, small fish, and squid through their gills for nourishment. You can see that the whale sharks are quite the gentle giants, as they are pretty harmless to humans. You can find whale sharks in temperate and tropical oceans around the world. Whale sharks live for a staggering 70 to 100 years old and swim thousands of miles to find better feeding grounds. The sad thing is that not much is known about these sea creatures, except that there aren't many of them. This might be because mother whale sharks abandon their young within hours of giving birth to them. Due to this, only about 10% of baby whale sharks grow up to be adults. Number 9. Manatees. You can call these species the teddy bears of the sea. Manatees are considered to be gentle giants as they feed on only plants and grow to be more than 30 feet long and as heavy as 1,000 pounds. These sea cows are simply cute. They swim at a slow pace with paddle-like movements. You will find that manatees munch on food for the better part of their day. They eat 10% of their body weight in plant mass of seagrass, mangrove leaves, and algae, and weighing about 1,200 pounds, that is a whole lot. Manatees also go up to the surface of the water every 3 to 5 minutes to breathe, replacing almost 90% of the air in the lungs. Sadly, all three species of manatee, the Amazonian manatee, West Indian manatee, and West African manatee, manatees are quite the picky dwellers. The West Indian and West African survive by living on the cusp of a balance of both saltwater and freshwater. They manage to do this by creating a balance in their bodies using an internal regulation system, which ensures that salt concentrations are not so high. They also require freshwater to stay hydrated, so they move between both ecosystems without worry. The Amazonian manatee, however, lives entirely in freshwater rivers in South America and the Amazon basin. You can find manatees in shallow coastal areas such as Florida, but be careful not to get enthralled by their cuteness and touch them. In 2016, 16% of Florida's manatee died due to a strange algae presence, so it is best to look and not touch. Number 8. Pacific Gray Whale. The Pacific Gray Whale is nothing short of a magnificent creature. Weighing the same as about 5 African elephants stacked together, this whale is a giant. However, it is a friendly one. They weigh up to 35 tons and are about 15 meters long. And this is just for the male gray whale. The females are usually even bigger. Newborn whales are about 5 meters long and weigh around 900 kilograms. In their lifetimes, which goes as far as 60 years, they travel for as long as 1.2 million kilometers. You can see that they are quite fond of traveling. They travel in a majestic pack of up to 20,000. And they take journeys going as long as 12,000 to 15,000 kilometers. They move from as far as Baja in Mexico to the Bering and Beaufort Seas. You would see how friendly these whales are when they come out to play in the Baja waters. They are usually not afraid of human contact and can go as far as getting close to the boats to put up a show for humans. The Pacific Gray Whale has no teeth. They are baleen whales, and this means that they filter their food through baleen plates that hang down from the roof of their mouths. This whale is special in that no other whale feeds the way it does. They scoop up tiny critters like worms, crab larvae, and other things on the seafloor. The Pacific gray whale feeds by going deep into the sea, and upon getting to the seafloor, it turns on its right side and sort of vacuums all the critters it can find before coming up for air. We can say that they are right-handed. Number 7. Bottlenose dolphin. Dolphins are frankly one of the most beloved creatures on Earth, and definitely the most cherished in the ocean. You can clearly tell by the number of facilities that are available for you to watch or swim with them. And the bottlenose dolphin, which is the most common, can dive up to 1,000 feet underwater. They aren't just good divers, they are extremely intelligent creatures. Scientists say they have a brain-to-body weight ratio that ranks next to humans. Dolphins also sleep with half of their brain. The other half keeps them alert in case of predators and also helps them breathe. Dolphins are not just kind to humans, they are also the same way with other animals. You can clearly tell that these sea creatures are just good-natured and spirited. Fun fact, dolphins have names. Research proves this. Dolphins develop their own whistles and have the ability to recognize whistles and know which one of them was called. Number 6. Sea turtles. When you hear about sea turtles, the first thing that probably comes to mind is Finding Nemo. And you're not wrong. Well, for one, like Crush did, all other sea turtles think jellyfish are absolutely delicious. Sea turtles such as leatherbacks and hawksbill turtles feed on jellyfish. The only problem is that jellyfish look a little like plastic when it's floating on water. This is why many turtles die from ingesting plastic. Research also shows that sea turtles love jellyfish because it gives them the kind of high that humans experience with cannabis. Funny, right? Sea turtles serve as marine habitat as seagrass is a huge part of their diet, making them lawnmowers but for the ocean. Their feeding habits keep the seagrass short and harmless. Also, unlike other turtles, sea turtles are not able to retract and go back into their shell. This poses no harm in life underwater, but on land, it is a problem. Animals like dogs love to dig up their eggs where they are buried in the sand. These creatures are very welcoming to humans. Who knows? Studies show that sea turtles go as far back as 110 million years. Awesome, right? Well, to thrill you even further, here's another fun fact. The sex of sea turtles are determined by temperature. If the nests are warm, the turtles would be female. Cooler nests would create male turtles. That's one more reason why climate change would be detrimental to the environment and the species in it. Number 5. Caribbean reef octopus. An octopus? Yeah, you heard that right. For a moment, put away all you've seen in the movies about tentacles choking you to death. This octopus is a sociable one and is incapable of doing you any harm. The Caribbean reef octopus can be found in the coral reefs of the Caribbean Sea. Although not a herbivore like most of the creatures mentioned in this video, this octopus is harmless to humans. They only feed on invertebrates, clams, large snails, crabs, lobsters, and the likes. Here comes the only weird part. They are sometimes cannibalistic, only occasionally. The Caribbean reef octopus also displays a small degree of intelligence, especially when in trouble with predators like big bony fishes and sharks that live on the reef. These creatures release a cloud of dark ink towards a predator to help mask their escape. This ink-like substance also tastes terrible, and this deters their predators from attacking them. Although not very common, people who have a thing for exotic animals keep this octopus as pets as they are not aggressive, except when they are expressly provoked. Number 4. Orca. Orcas are one of the most intriguing species underwater. For one, this creature has the body mass and enough viciousness to consume small fishes, sea lions, sharks, and even whales, but still does not hurt humans in the wild. Interesting, isn't it? One would think that some pact has been made between these killer whales and humans that go, "Don't hurt me and I won't hurt you." This might actually be true, because the only instances when orcas have been said to hurt humans is when they were held in captivity by human owners. To clarify, orcas aren't whales. They are in fact from the family of dolphins. Little wonder they are quite smart too. Some scientists even say that they are smarter than chimpanzees, and this can be seen in how orcas can be taught to mimic human movements. Here's another fun fact. Orcas are one of the only 3 animal species on Earth that go through menopause. They also do not have a sense of smell. Number 3. Sunfish. You've probably never heard about the sunfish. That's normal. For one, it is a strange-looking creature. Some people would confuse it for a very big plankton, as it drifts with the current rather than swim. Asides that it looks strange, it is a docile fish, and it eats a whole lot. Research proves that a grown sunfish is almost as heavy as a car. In spite of all these, the sunfish proves to be a diver's delight. It can go about 2,600 feet into the ocean and is still pretty curious. You will find that a sunfish would swim up to a diver to observe what he is up to. Perhaps their friendliness stems from the fact that they need other creatures to help get rid of parasites. An interesting fact about the dolphin is that it was once used in ancient Japan to pay tax. Also, in Polynesian legend, it is considered a taboo to eat them, as it brings bad luck. Number 2. Pink Amazon River Dolphin. While these dolphins are more reserved than their ocean counterparts, they are just as friendly. Living in the shallow waters around the Amazon basin, these dolphins can only survive in fresh water. They are also called boto and have a pink exterior. This is especially true for the males. It is said that this pink color comes from fighting and conquest, and the brighter the males are, the more the females are attracted to them. Funny, isn't it? Like all other dolphins, the pink Amazon River dolphin has enough brain to body weight ratio to be considered intelligence. There are also some superstitious beliefs in the Amazonian area that considers these dolphins to be magical beings that can shapeshift into human form. According to this legend, these dolphins, when they come ashore, cover their heads with a hat to hide their telltale heads. How fascinating. Number 1. Porpoise. For a fish that is not so popular a name, they can be found in almost all large bodies of water around the world. They even exist in both freshwater and saltwater habitats. Porpoises are a very friendly species, just like dolphins. But unlike dolphins, they do not do very well in captivity. Not much is known about this, except that when they lack the freedom of the ocean, they queue to thrive and die. You would find porpoises swimming towards surfers and boats. There have been instances where a family of porpoises rescues people from drowning in the ocean. These creatures are very welcoming and fond of humans. And there it is, 15 friendliest sea creatures around the world. Most of these creatures are on the verge of extinction, and this is why protecting the environment and stopping the hunt for them must be a priority. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and tell us what you think in the comments section. If you haven't already, kindly subscribe to the channel and click the bell button so you can be informed and see more exciting videos as they are uploaded. Till next time.